All right, let's ride outlaws. Welcome to Ghost Rider Intuition. I'm your girl Bree. I'll be your judge, jury, and executioner here, as well as president of the Motorcycle Club. Definitely hit the like and subscribe buttons as you're coming in. It helps us get the channel around, and hit the notification bell so that you can stay updated with all the investigative tarot reads that we do, zodiac tarot reads, as well as spiritual warfare tips and tricks to keep you strapped in these spiritual streets. All right, so today we're gonna get into the rest of our zodiac readings. We're gonna start off with our fire signs today, because that's whose energy I am feeling the strongest. All right, how are you guys feeling today? I got a lot of good news coming in today, so I'm very happy. I learned a new skill. Still have to get better at new skill, but I have a great mentor, so I'm feeling very blessed. Call upon the Most High, my ancestors, angels, demons, spirit guides, power animals. Please be here with me, here and now. Protect me as I channel. Use me as a mouthpiece of the divine to deliver messages of truth, clarity, and the highest good of all involved. Please dispel the veil of falseness and allow that which needs to be seen to be known. And any spirits of distortion, illusion, or opposition must leave this place at once. Ashe. Alrighty, fire signs, let's get into your energy. What energy is here for my fire sign spirit? What energy is here for my fire signs? We got the Lantern Fairy with a clear solution, Mildew Fairy with cleanup time. I feel like everyone's been getting the Mildew Fairy lately, so there could be a need to pay attention to your spiritual hygiene at this time, fire signs. Especially with the 3 fates here, with what comes around. You may have been feeling like you may be feeling like you're taking on the energetic gunk of people around you while you're trying to be a light in the dark for other people. Always feeling like you need to have the solutions here and now. So it's sort of like she's a fairy, but she has angel wings. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Focus. No? Okay. Well, she has angel wings. So it's sort of like giving the feeling like your angel wings have become a heavy burden to you because of the people around you. But with what comes around here with the 3 fates, I'm seeing that there's going to be new collaborations coming in for you. And the signs are already with you with who these people are going to be. You need to release control and allow yourself to take the space that you need to heal and to do the work on yourself that you need to do. Don't feel so compelled to pour into other people all the time. Let's see. What else for my fire signs? What's the energy for my fire signs? We've got Night Song with Hidden Talents. The Skull of Light with Illumination. and the cauldron. So your ancestors are coming in to illuminate the need for healing here. And with the skull of light being here, there's also something about like needing to work with the spirits of the light a little more. Like even the spirits that are here in the Oracle of Shadow and Light, they are oriented more towards the dark from the more so what I'm seeing. So there may be like a need to work more with like your right hand rather than your left hand if you're picking up what I'm putting down at this time. Because like you've been putting out so much on the other hand, but there's something like a real blessing here waiting for you if you tap more into the light, abundant energies that are available to you at this time. Okay, do we have any more messages from the spirits of the light in that case then? It's like there's maybe the skill, like this hidden talent that you are tapping into has to do more with like healing abilities or healing something within yourself that has been kind of nagging at you for a long time here. Doesn't necessarily have to be disease, but I'm feeling that it's something physical. Something physical that you've accumulated due to stress. Something that you may have brushed off in the past as irrelevant is showing its ugly head. But the heavenly realm is here to support you. So you could need to work closely with Archangel Raphael at this time. Or Archangel Zadkiel here with as much purple as I'm seeing in these cards. More energy for my fire signs from the light. Thank you. So you've been wearing a mask, trying not to act like you're not feeling this desperation energy. With the executioner being here, it's like confirmation. So like with the executioner being here, you could feel like the wolves are closing in here because of something that you've done in the past that you're stressing out over. Like you're under divine retribution in some sort of way. Because like your hands aren't clean in a certain situation. We have the witch and the healer here. A month with guilty conscience. So you could be needing to spend time with a witch or a healer in order to help move this energy that you are sitting in here. Somebody to hold space for you with their wisdom. And it's important that you do it quickly because time waits for no one here. So whatever is happening here is happening quickly. Let's see. Let's get some more information on this. Let's get into this guilty conscience. What is the origin of this guilty conscience for my fire signs, Spirit? Why are my fire signs feeling a guilty conscience? With the Five of Pentacles. Something was stolen from somebody while you were in a karmic phase. You may have gone into a celebration with somebody who is not operating in their highest frequency here. And you had the clarity that this wasn't happening. You may have withheld the truth. And you jumped into a new beginning. Off of the back of another with the Hierophant here. Give me more on this Hierophant, please. With the Hierophant in the world, it's like you were meant to serve as a portal for someone. You're meant to give someone their flowers. But with the 6 turning into the 7 of Cups in reverse here, it's like there were illusions. With the Page of Pentacles here. It's like a fertile field with stepping into this $1 million idea. but it's like you moved away from its originator, or like I alternately see like somebody painting someone out to be a Page of Pentacles, moving away from the emotions that they feel about casting illusions over this individual here. Let's get one to the dark mirror here. One card. One card for the fire signs from the dark mirror. What needs to be reflected? Ooh, that's too many. We have Parasite here. You've casted weeds into someone's garden, pointing out the specks in their eye while ignoring the log in yours. And we have Obsession in reverse. Yeah, it's like you become obsessed with monitoring the progress of another, with the anointing of another. Message from the crows for my fire signs. Both of these cards embody the waxing moon, so again, like something is growing. It could be the detriment of a spiritual parasite that you may have picked up that has latched onto you through dark work that you've done in the past. A message from the crows from my fire signs. With caching and sacred space here. Let me see about caching, because book is all the way over here. Let's read from the book for Cashapp. One day while feeding my neighborhood crows, I noticed one of them using their beak to push around some decaying leaves and then dig a hole. The bird looked around, checking to make sure it wasn't being watched, and then swiftly opened its mouth and dropped in the food. It was saving the dog kibble I had given it for later. The crow didn't want to eat the food right away, but it also didn't want to leave it around for some other creature to enjoy. You may find yourself either keeping an idea or possession hidden till the time is right, or simply unwilling to let go of something you aren't using out of fear that someone else may benefit from your release or surrendering. Sometimes the moment is not right to move forward. However, it doesn't mean that the time will never arrive. You may be working on a project that holds a great deal of promise, but you are unable to devote the energy at the moment. Setting the idea aside does not mean giving it up. It just means that you can recognize there will be value in waiting. Cashing may also indicate that you will benefit from investing. This may be investing in yourself or investing in a financial institution here. So it would be good for you to invest in this individual here, in order to create sacred space. With the sacred space card as well, there's something here about the aspect of family and children. So it's like potentially investing in another family, or investing in like a godchild or something like that. Anything else? No, Santísima doesn't want this one right now. Let's get some from the shamanic healing. Can we get some wisdom from fire signs from the shamanic healing oracle? We have number 31, omens in reverse. My eyes are drawn to the hawk on this card, so you may have been seeing a lot of hawks at this time, or even like dead birds here. You feel like you're like the salmon struggling upstream right now in order to reproduce or to leave a legacy behind. With this slow and steady card, like at the subconscious level, you feel like, you know, You've been struggling, and it's been slow moving, trying to build whatever foundation this is that you have for yourself. With unlimited possibilities here. This is a motif again of the tree. So this is giving me, this is really giving me a lot of like familial and like fertility energy here. And like coming to the realization that family can mean multiple things. They're, you know, this is getting into like the idea of like chosen family as well, or soul family. It's like you could be angry at the fact that it feels like all of the flowers from this tree are like falling. In a metaphorical sense, of course. But you're being encouraged to understand the duality of life. As there is a season of harvest, or as there's a season of growth, there's also a season of harvest, a season of decay. And that decay can bring in new beginnings. You know what's interesting? These cards all tie in with that motif of the tree. Here the tree is bearing fruit. But with this new beginnings, it's like, yeah, there's a nest, but it's also kind of giving me like a nest being established on a fallen tree trunk here. Just flew out. I'm not gonna take them though. All right, we're gonna get one from the plant oracle, and then we'll close this out. Where's my plant oracle book? Oh, it's over here. I'm doing a lot of moving in this reading, like more so than I do in my other readings. So something about like rushing around to and fro, doing a lot of things is significant here. It's like you're going back to that slow and steady card. You need to be careful of rushing around, because something can be overlooked in your rush. What plant messages for my fire signs? one more. Okay, or we'll do a few more. We have calla lily, ivy, and rue. So 14, number 4, and 22. Okay. Number 4. Calla lily is used in magic for beauty, fascination, glamour, and enchantment. It's a mysterious plant, not being a true lily or a true calla. It also is known as the arum lily or trumpet lily for its white trumpet-like shape. It represents, or it's reminiscent of both female and male genitalia, depending on the perspective, giving rise to the idea of it being a fertility, virility, and sexuality plant in magic. It links the root to the crown, being an unfolding white flower, and has associations with sleep, peace, and the peaceful crossing over in the death process and life events that we would associate with death and rebirth. It can help us in any magic where we can make an end and a fresh start, or where we need to bring our spiritual connection into the material world and its practical concerns. The deepest nature of calla lily is balancing our spiritual and sexual nature, showing us that the two are not mutually exclusive but deeply intertwined. Our pleasure in the world, intimacy, and spiritual evolution are all connected. Living plant spirit is balanced by the crowned angel of death pierced by the spear. Duality is echoed by the ancient Greek mass turned to modern theater's symbol of comedy and tragedy. To Catholics, calla lily is associated with the Virgin Mary, and to the Roman pagans, it was a flower of sexuality. In truth, the plant unites both of these forces, emanating from one divine source. So when this turns up in a reading, it can indicate a time of personal empowerment, a relationship going well on all levels, indicating a match physically and spiritually. You might find yourself taking on the qualities of enchantment with a partner, or in turn being enchanted by another. Things are pleasurable, peaceful, and connected. Number 14, ivy. The English ivy twists and turns as it grows up walls, fences, and even other trees, often becoming an invasive problem as it can kill off other vegetation, particularly in parts of the United States, being a very opportunistic plant that easily takes root. A romantic image of ivy has it growing up old schools, classic institutions, and of course in graveyards. Magically, as an evergreen whose berry fruit feeds the birds in the winter months, it can be used in prosperity and healing magic to survive and even thrive in lean times of misfortune and illness. The vines naturally play a role in binding magic, used for protection and binding harm, as well as for fidelity and love and marriage spells. An ivy wreath upon the door is both protective and a blessing. In folklore, women carried ivy leaf hidden upon them for good fortune, giving it a feminine association. And in the Yuletide lore, ivy and holly are intertwined as the lady and lord of the green, never losing their color or leaves in the cold winter. The spirit medicine of ivy is one of grounding in the material and in the body, even when to do so is painful. When we experience shock and trauma, our consciousness often flees the body, and if that state lingers, it leads us to a range of spiritual and psychological problems. Ivy coaxes us back into our body to be grounded, rooted, and centered, particularly when we feel like life is not worth living and do not want to survive the trauma. Ivy helps us to reach for the light, but survive in dark times until the light of our lives returns. Ivy helps us to build a strength and toughness without sacrificing our sensitivity. It helps us to find opportunities in misfortune to grow and thrive despite being difficult to do so. Reach up and out while remaining rooted when ivy appears in a reading. Ivy climbs the ancestral Celtic cross as she spreads her angelic wings under a waning moon. How can you grow in this situation without losing your roots? What must you bind to protect you or bring closer to you to unite with it? Ivy can indicate good luck and abundance even when others around you are struggling. and number 22 with Rue. The magic of Rue is particularly of protection, as the magical signature of this plant's correspondence is one of light and fire, being ruled by Mars and the Sun. Despite this, the strong-smelling leaves have a green-gray tint to them, almost a luminosity, a quality that brings association with the moon and the veneration of Diana and Aradia. Rue protects one from malicious witchcraft and is also considered a witch's herb, protecting and enhancing our magic. It adds power to any spell and can catalyze blends of other herbs. An Italian folk magic charm known as chimarrita is crafted in the likeness of Rue. Now it is usually cast in silver, and hidden within it are all manner of protective blessing symbols, such as the 5-petaled vervain flower for protection, a key to the mysteries, a moon for magic, a serpent for change, a dagger for protection, and a rooster for fertility. Rue is grown by doorsteps and hung in doorways to prevent harm from entering a home. We associate it as a ward for the evil eye, and in herbal and homeopathic medicine, it is used for eye strain to help with the brightness or dimness of light. It is used on folk magic floor washes as green Rue water, placed into soap, magical bath recipes, and even a version of 4 thieves vinegar to protect one from disease. Despite this, Rue is considered a dangerous herb and should never be handled by pregnant women, as it can be an abortifactant. Rue is traditionally known as the herb of grace and was used in Christian mass and exorcism, sprinkled upon the floor. Spiritually confers grace or unseen aid in the form of love or mercy, even when we feel we are undeserving. Rue is a curse breaker, dispelling ill wishes from others and ourselves, intentional or otherwise. Rue shields us with this grace and can bring blessings upon us in our household. Rue tells us we need protection and blessings in our life, even if things appear to be going well. Forces are working against us, and we need to bring in more spiritual light and take precautions so no harm will befall us or our loved ones. Look to each of the symbols within the Simaruta. The 5-petaled flower is usually the white or European vervain blossom, an all-purpose herb of protection, blessings, healings, and peace. Vervain is associated with the fairies and honors the goddess Diana in her form of Queen of the Fairies. The key represents the key to the mysteries, opening the gates we believed are locked to us. The moon aligns with the blessings of the moon, and here, in the form of the waxing crescent, indicates slow and steady growth of good things. The moon is aligned with the serpent of regeneration. The dagger is one of protection and truth, sometimes equated as the poison dagger, while the rooster head embodies vigilance and guardianship at times when others would be asleep and unguarded. So ultimately, these cards together are symbolizing protection of a bloodline and a legacy through hard times for my fire signs. Yeah. Is there anything else, Spirit? You don't always need to wear a mask of strength in order to hide your pain from the world when it's already plain to see for those who have the eyes to see. Allow yourself to feel the grief for the things that have ceased to be. The things that will never be. And allow yourself to go deeper into the mysteries. They're also bringing me back to a channeling that I got a while ago about working with your energetic family tree. This is like working with the root, like the seed frequency of like your energetic signature. The frequency that is shared amongst people in a cohort. You know who these people are, so seek them out at this time and gather them close to you, because they will help to bring you comfort through this hard time. Yeah, all right, fire signs, that's what I'm picking up for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Again, hit the like, share, and subscribe. It helps grow the channel. And then again, I have a reading special going on for the month of July. So if you need any help with exploring this energy for your own personal situation, definitely hit me up. We can get that booked. And then for anyone who is in need of energy healing, I also am a certified Usui Reiki master. So, you know, you can hit me up in an email and we can book that as well for you. And with that, thank you for being here, fire signs. Let's ride out, outlaws.